Welcome to Algebra 2, still on graphing functions. This time we're going to talk about graphing linear and absolute value inequalities. The key here is inequalities. Inequalities mean that we have more than just one set solution, and we will be doing shading. So what we need to do first is we're going to take a look at the function we're given. So here, for our first example, we have 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 6. So what we're going to do first is get this into a form that we can graph. So we need to get our y alone. So I'm going to start by subtracting the 2x. So negative 3y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 6. And then we can divide everything by negative 3. So then we have y. Since we divided by a negative, it becomes less than or equal to 2/3 x minus 2. Now that is something that we can graph. So we see our y-intercept is negative 2, so we start down 2. Slope of 2/3, up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3, and down 2 to the left 3, down 2 to the left 3. Now this says less than or equal to. Since there's an equal to sign there, we will just connect all of these points together with a solid line. And now we need to decide which side we are going to shade on. So this says less than or equal to, and specifically y is less than or equal to. So one way that you can view the shading is you look at where you cross the y-axis, which is right here, and we are less than or equal to it. So here are all the values that are less than or equal to that point, and then you just shade on that side of the graph. Okay, I want you to get good at being able to visualize that and look at that. Now in Algebra 1, what you did is you picked a point. So like here we could have picked the point 0, 0, and you plugged it in. So if you plugged in 0, 0, you get 0 minus 0 is greater than or equal to 6. So 0 is greater than or equal to 6. You say, oh, that's false, which means we shade on the opposite side that point was. That also works, but I do want you to get good at visualizing. Okay, graph number 2. Graph number 2 is y is greater than the absolute value of y minus 4. Well, the absolute value of y minus 4, we know that, the absolute value of x minus 4, we know that this x minus 4 is telling me that the center point has moved over 4 to the right from our translations. So we go over 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So there's now my starting point for my absolute value. It is only a greater than sign, so that means we are going to dash our absolute value graph lines. We just make them dashed instead of solid because it's only greater than. And then we need to decide where we would shade. So we take a look and we see that we are crossing the y-axis right here. Values that are greater than that are up here. So we are going to shade in that section. And once again, if you don't like doing that or you want to see another way to visualize it, you just pick some other point. Like here I could pick 0, 0 and plug it in. So 0 is greater than 0 minus 4, so 0 is greater than 4. This is false, so you would not shade the side with 0, 0. Instead, you would shade this other side.